It's already time for a wrap-up? Where did July go? Seriously, what happens to time? And speaking of time, I don't have much time this morning, so we have to rush this wrap-up. Let's talk about the videos I made first. I made 2 video responses, one to Leslie, Words of a Reader, talking about the books I've reread, and the other one was to Lisa the Blonde Book Bee, talking about the value of reading. If you haven't checked these videos out, just click the screen here somewhere. Also in July there was the Booktubeathon, and you might have noticed that I didn't participate because I didn't have time. I had so much work in July, it was ridiculous. But I did a tagathon in that week, so while you guys were busy reading, I uploaded a tag every day. So these are the tags that I did, and you can check them out if you haven't yet. That brings us already to the books I've read, and I've read sort of 6-ish books, but it's not really 6 big books. There were a lot of small things there. I started the month with an autobiography of an Xcolored Man by James Weldon Johnson, and I really loved it. It's a story of a black man who would go through as a white man, and it's really interesting. It's well written. You can check out my review if you click on the book, and it's a short read. I loved it. Next, I read The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman, and I just love this book. It's just so typical Neil Gaiman, and the writing is awesome, the characters are interesting, the story is gripping. Loved it. Then I read Bachchan by Sasuke Natsume, and this is a Japanese classic about a young man starting his first job in a small village, and it deals a lot with morality and the social changes and political changes in Japan at the turn of the 20th century. It's really interesting. It was kind of difficult to understand with my lacking knowledge of Japanese history, but it's still an enjoyable read. The next book I read was The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, and oh my god, I just love this book. Quoth is such a great character, the writing is awesome, you just dive into this world and you just are confused when you stop reading as to where am I? And the adventures that are taking place, and Quoth growing up. I do like him more as a grown-up than as a teenager. The child was okay too, but the teenage years are kind of hard. And that's normal, isn't it? I also finished The Midnight Air by Cassandra Clare, which is the 4th book in the Bane Chronicles. And I really have to put out a spoiler warning here for everyone who hasn't read The Infernal Devices yet. Don't read that book. It's going to spoil the ending of The Infernal Devices. If you want to read the Bane Chronicles, finish The Infernal Devices first. And the story was just mean, because it was so great, it was so interesting, it started so many new things, and I just wanted to know more, but then it ended. It just ended. And I finally finished listening to Beauty Queens by Libba Bray. It was awesome, it was hilarious, it was witty. I liked how she criticized society in some points, and how she made fun of other things, and I just loved it. It was such a great read. I also started Ghouls Book of Fish by Richard Flanagan, and I'm halfway through, but I'm kind of confused of what's going on in this book, and I really don't know if I like it or not yet. So I'll tell you once I've finished. Also in July, I've reached 2,000 subscribers. I've just noticed this morning that I have 2,012 subscribers now, and oh my god, thank you all for watching. I don't really know what I'm going to do because I just recently had a Q&A and a giveaway, so I don't really know. If you have any special requests or things you want to see, just let me know in comments, or we'll just continue with the randomness as usual. Thank you all for watching, and I hope your July was just as good as mine. Bye bye.